as they bring you exclusive conversations with Big Ten coaches, players, and sports media professionals while getting you ready for the upcoming college football season. Big Ten Media Days coverage is presented by Advanced Medical Imaging, Stevenson Smith Construction, Currency, Warhorse Casino, Gary Michaels Clothiers, and League One Volleyball.
A1 Automotive's second location is now open at 5110 State Hill Drive, just off of Yankee Hill Road. The new location continues to specialize in all makes and models and provides personalized service as they have for 15 years. To honor the new store opening, A1 is offering $25 off any service over $300, $50 off services over $500, and $75 off services that total over $750, all through July 31st. Schedule your appointment today at a1autolincoln.com and visit their new location in South Lincoln at 5110 State Hill Drive.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
This July, Acres is celebrating the birth of our nation. The fireworks include the opportunity to save big with great pricing on our late model John Deere ag equipment. Plus, you can lock in interest rates as low as 1.9% on select used John Deere planters, tractors, sprayers, and combines. Red hot rates combined with our explosive discounts make July the perfect time to buy and save. Don't wait. These deals won't last long. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer July 31st, 2025. Substitute financing. Offer may change anytime without notice.
Play ball! Ready for summer fun and ballpark vibes? Bring your pack to Haymarket Park for a thrilling season of Lincoln Salt Dogs baseball and unleash the fun. From May through August, the Lincoln Salt Dogs will be playing and the park will be popping with all the food, drinks, and fun you need for the perfect night out. Grab your friends, family, and coworkers and make plans now. Visit saltdogs.com to secure your tickets. Come on out to the park and unleash the fun.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Are you looking for a place to relax and unwind after a long week? Grotto Bar and Lounge is the perfect spot to enjoy a full menu and in-house DJs on Friday and Saturday nights. If you're wanting to start your Saturday or Sunday off the right way, stop by for brunch starting at 9 a.m. Don't forget, Grotto offers a full catering service as well for those graduation parties, birthday celebrations, and weekend family get-togethers. Give Grotto Bar and Lounge a call today at 402-261-3019 or visit them in person at 70th and A in the Clock Tower Shopping Center.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. This is On the Block with Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland. Nebraska Football Hall of Famer, Jay Foreman. Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This is On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
Welcome to it live from Haymarket. Got a little bit of the
Order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese, with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to The Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's nebcoinc.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
We're here at Haymarket Park for BP with DP ahead of the Walt Dogs night with the Lincoln Salt Dogs. Walt Disney is the theme of the night. Austin Orman, Eric Strickland on the Block, brought to you by a number of fantastic companies around the area, including Heartland of Nebraska Windows. They're based in Hallam, Nebraska, and they offer a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty on everything while keeping their prices affordable. Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. You can give them a call today for more info at 402-430-3852 or by visiting them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Strick, saw this pop up a couple days ago. Mitt Winter, who's a sports lawyer at Kenny Hertz Perry, does a lot in college athletics, NIL, sports law, business, all that sort of stuff. He glommed onto this story out of Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Dirty Tar Heels, unfortunately. But there is a tennis player, like the number 1 overall recruit from a couple years ago, who qualified to play in the U.S. Open tournament, which we know is come and gone. Anyway, so she plays in this tournament and made it far enough that she won some prize money. But according to the NCAA's old rules, you're not allowed to take that outside prize money since it comes from a non-NCAA sanctioned or sponsored event, meaning that if she takes it, she loses her amateur status, thus rendering her ineligible. Obviously, some of that sounds a little funny, especially today, given that we have endorsement deals, given that we have NIL, and now the House settlement. But Reese Brantmeyer is this tennis player's name. She filed a federal lawsuit against the NCAA in March 2024 over the organization's restrictions on individual athletes keeping prize money won in outside competitions. Brantmeyer was the 2025 ACC Player of the Year, and she won about $50,000 from competing in the U.S. Open back in 2021 when she was a high school junior. But because of the NCAA rules at the time, she had to give up the majority of those winnings. She only took home about 20%, $10,000 and some for the expenses. The first things first, it just looks silly. And now in retrospect, right? The rules were changing at that time, although not fully changed. But a judge let this through. Sounds like she could, first of all, be on her way back to winning the rest of that $40,000 she had to forfeit at one point.
Yeah, listen, I think with all the changes, the adjustments that have happened now, I still think the NCAA is a paper tiger. And of course, to me, if they stay the course on this, they look like they're always poking at the little guy. You know, you're not poking at any of the football situations. You haven't done anything about all the stuff that has gone on in those realms in that space. Mm-hmm. Or even you've had to have the Congress basically rule instead of you taking the leadership of who you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So to me, there's probably, I think, a way that you can do it since you got collectives still that operate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Run it through a collective. If that's, something, run it through a collective. Unfortunately, now you would have to do some work or something. So that would be tough. But back then I would, maybe run it through the collective and then this is yours.
Here you go.
That was right to do at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think that's a rule that needs to be discussed, voted on, and done away with. You would have to look at sports like if you have a really talented golfer.
Right. Who's competing in amateur opens
stuff,
or they qualify for a big tournament.
And then happens to come in third place, win it.
Mm-hmm.
It's millions
even
of
they,
dollars.
even they make the cut. After 2 days, you get a little something probably.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's, it's only right. I mean, that they were able to get there. That's not their regular, that's not where they participate. Maybe you put a percentage on it. If you only do a, 10%, 5% of your stuff at a level, then you don't qualify. Similar to like if you play 4 games, then you get your eligibility back or whatever. Right. You put a percentage on it as far as, because that's not your mainstay of what you do.
Right.
You just happen to qualify. You did well enough. Same thing in track and field, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just think about the high school kid. The 400, I can't remember. Quincy Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about, endorsements and things that he would have to pass up potentially. But the young man, if he's good enough, you put a percentage on it. He can only run a certain amount of races
outside of
it in order to, and if he wins, it's his.
It's his. And hey, that's probably a good pub for you too.
Yeah.
Some more rules here. This is a lot from WRAL.com. It says that tennis players are allowed to accept up to $10,000 per calendar year in prize money from outside competition. Before enrolling. After enrollment, they are limited to actual and necessary expenses under the current NCAA rules. But then we get to this down the line here. If Brantmeier were to prevail, the NCAA could be forced to pay damages to everyone in the class, current and former D1 tennis players who have competed in non-professional events. You mentioned, obviously, golf, I think, comes to mind, maybe gymnastics, sometimes soccer, even strict. Basketball, right? Think about Leo Curtis, competing for Iceland right now. If his team won and there is any sort of cash prize, he wouldn't be allowed to take it from FIBA right now under the rules. But then we get back to the tweet and the thoughts from
I think there's
Winter.
some college people that play in that TBT tournament too, right?
Yeah, probably.
So if you play in that and then they win the $1 million, then
sorry, thanks to your efforts, you get nothing.
Wow.
But Mitt Winter says, as I told Brian Murphy, guy he was talking to, if Reese Brantmeier is successful in her case challenging the NCAA's limits on athletes accepting prize money, we may soon see athletes in other sports also receiving event prize money. Think bowl games, the college football playoff, and basketball tournaments. Let's take these one at a time. Number one, bowl games. We know a part of the bowl game is the experience. You go on the trip. You go to the local zoo, the aquarium, do some charity work, see whatever there is to see in the city. But you also think about, the Sony Fiesta Bowl or whatever it was there for a while. Players got a PS5, though they couldn't get cash. They get these swag bags, they get Rolexes, they get watches, sunglasses, whatever it is. But that apparently was a carve out as long as they didn't get cash. Now, if you're on a 7-5, 8-4 team and you're thinking about sitting out the bowl game, prepare for the NFL draft process, what if a bowl game can say, hey, if your team wins, they get this much money, and then you've worked it out with your coach, your GM, whoever, to say, hey, star player, you play in this game, you play a half, you play 3 quarters, you play this many snaps, you get, $50,000 of the $500,000 pool, whatever it is. I don't know if that fixes bowl games, but it sure doesn't hurt them, does it?
Well, I think if you want to make them more inciting and keep the best of the best players involved and in them, you're going to have to share in some of that. But here's the thing. Unfortunately, here's the problem. Because there's been a lot of tapering away from the value of the bowl games, a lot of them don't
pull that.
The same. Now, they may have some viewership as far as TV form, but a lot of people don't come anymore.
Yeah.
So if you give and a lot of it too is because a lot of the best aren't playing, and you've got all this turnover. You've got to figure out a way to get buy-in again from the casual fan, the ones that love the team, but they still follow it, and there's somebody that they enjoy, or there's, you know what I'm saying? Right now, for me, it's like a lot of people half of the time don't know the players. They haven't followed them. They haven't watched them. You know, I can tell you there were kids that watched me coming up through high school and followed me all the way throughout, is because there's an attachment, an emotional kind of feel. So you got to figure out a way to make that merge again.
Exactly, to make it merge, because we've spent a lot of time talking about how the NBA has lost some luster because there's too much attachment to players and themselves and not enough on the team.
Yeah.
But you need to know the players. You have to say, oh yeah, this guy's a stud. I'm tuning in to watch him. What's that cool thing that he's going to do this weekend that's going to excite me and keep me coming back to games? There's got to be a balance there. The next thing that Winter brings up, the college football playoff. I don't know how it currently works, given that's outside the NCAA structure, but is there a path to which the college football playoff revenue gets distributed? It's like the NCAA tournament in basketball. You win, you get your shares, right? That's what happens. You know, each share is worth the same amount of money, or a comparable amount of money gets distributed to the conference at the end of the tournament from the NCAA. Now, though, potentially, the college football playoff, instead of having to send the money to the schools through revenue sharing through collectives, could say, hey, you know, it's a college football playoff you're going to play, but we'll make it worth your time. We can compensate you directly for playing in this game. I think the other way to look at it, too, would be if you're the Fiesta Bowl MVP, if you're the Rose Bowl MVP, could these bowl games through the college football playoff, through their sponsors, attach some sort of financial prize to being named MVP of the game? I think that would be a new route.
I agree. I think it's something that those are things that they need to look to, but they definitely, I think, need to vote on that whole situation, especially with the amateur status thing. I mean, it doesn't nullify the work that was done.
Yeah.
You know, if you're talented enough, because you should reward them because they wanted to stay. They could have turned pro.
Could have gone.
They wanted the college experience. They wanted to come. They wanted to, you know, participate and be on the team. And there should be value in that, right?
There needs
but
to
it
be.
Shouldn't be nullified that my talent level at periods of times or selectively puts me on a level to where. So, for example, I'm sure Charlie Ward, not Charlie Ward, but Charlie
easily
Charlie Woods. Charlie Woods, at some point, I'm sure, like his dad, he's going to want the college experience. He's want to go, but he may be, I'm not saying he is, but he may be good enough to where he can participate and do well in a tournament or two. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to hinder that. One, the experience, you want them on campus because they bring something of value to the campus, but then you hinder them from the opportunity to be able to monetize that spending there. So,
for sure.
Whoa.
You like that, Tricky?
DP once again comes through with the goodies.
Hey, can I get your autograph? Can I get your autograph?
Negative Ghost Rider.
What? First, I can't get your address. Now, I can't get your autograph.
Hey, you know, so you got to do this. You got to, put this on it. Maybe one of these. And you make it twist something like that. You know what I mean?
That's something I wish I would have done more. I wasn't throwing overpoweringly hard. I was more Greg Maddux than anything on the mound. I wish I would have learned to control my fastball with the fingers together instead of apart. Give a little bit of that arm side run. More
get a little,
a
little run off on it.
Yeah. I discovered that far too late
Austin,
in my career.
They say you were, the word on the street is that you were pretty talented a little bit. You had a little hops. You had some.
I had my moments.
Yeah, a little game.
I had my moments. 2-time all conference in baseball.
Yeah, I heard basketball. I
could go a little bit. I could.
A little stroker.
A little bit.
But you were righty lefty. Why are you trying to copy Stricky?
Well, I mean, all I grew up doing was watching Bell West games. I got all the tapes, and that's all I heard about was Eric Strickland this, Eric Strickland that. Nebraska's finest. You got to be him.
You stupid.
I am stupid. It's true. What's not stupid is this from 2312. I think the most important thing with bowl games is to give every player insurance.
That too.
Does it have to be every player, Or do you give it to just the big headlining names? Is that fair? Do you do a team-wide insurance policy? What are the ways to make that plausible?
The same way that you have NIL scales, right?
Sure.
You have, what are they? I don't know what they call it. Where you basically you have a valuation based on your valuations.
If you're above X, you get policy.
If you're, that's an easier way to do it. You know, if your draft prospects come in within that range or valuations a certain level, then you qualify. Because you want to take care of those guys. Now, it doesn't limit you from any player wanting to acquire it. You can buy it if you want to. Maybe if you're second tier, you offer it to them at a discount. Take some of that NIL money that you are getting, you get it at a discount.
Put it toward the premium.
Yeah.
I see it. I like it.
See, Stricky come up with strategies now. They don't want to hire me up there.
They're scared.
All right.
They're scared.
All right. Stricky will come up with an idea for you now. Now what?
And then they'll claim
post
for free.
me. Right.
Right. You won't get none of the kickback. Just like the house settlement. It ain't right.
Unbelievable.
It ain't right. We will keep railing against that until it gets rectified. Triple H's dad chimes in and says gas on the baseball field in Wymore was normal procedure in the 90s. So apparently I am not alone in having experienced that. So that's pretty awesome. Let's take our final break of the show. We'll wrap things up from Haymarket Park for On the Block. Old School comes your way from 5 to 6 ahead of Walt Dogs, Walt Disney Night here at Haymarket Park. Strick and Austin, it's On the Block.
Follow Austin Strick and On the Block on Twitter at Austin Orman, eStrick20, and On the Block 93.7. More of On the Block coming up.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to The Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Every home is different. Every family is different. So when it's time for a new heating and cooling system, why not get what fits you best? Get the perfect fit with Bryant. Maybe you need higher efficiency, better humidity control, increased warranty, or all the bells and whistles. Bryant provides options. Options in warranty, features, comfort, and efficiency while maximizing savings. Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111, or visit BryantLincoln.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to The Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. Visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at SartorHeyman.com.
Sartor Heyman Jewelers.
Hi, folks. The weather is for sure heating up, and Coppell Chevrolet GMC is following suit. The discounts are really as good as they've ever been. $14,500 off list price, or 0% financing on select new models. Folks, you heard that right. Smoking hot deals at Coppell. $14,500 off list price, or 0% APR. So take that short drive down 144th Street or at CoppellCars.com. STK number G269520. All deals with trade-in and approved credit.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Now back to On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
Final segment of On the Block. We still got old school to go here from Haymarket Park. Austin and Strick with you. Final segment of the show brought to you by Love Volleyball Omaha. All right, Strick, just saw this pop across. Cam Thomas is running his mouth a little bit on Twitter, feeling disrespected. Of course, Cam Thomas with the Brooklyn Nets as of now. He says, the consensus, screw you and the consensus. This is most likely the same consensus. Teams who can't guard me and send double teams from the jump. Why are we double teaming a guy who's not that good? Make it make sense, please. All right. In 2024-25, players with a minimum of 1,000 touches. Who do you think was double teamed the most often? Top 5 players in terms of how often they were double teamed.
You asking me?
I'm asking you. I'll tell you that Cam Thomas is number 4. So who faced the most double teams in the NBA last year?
Luka.
Not on the top 5.
Wow.
I know.
Wow. KD.
No KD.
What?
No Joker. No Bron.
I knew that.
Of course you did.
Don't tell me like Devin Booker.
Not Devin Booker. We have.
Give me 5. What's the 5?
Number 1, Zion Williamson.
He ain't even played.
He had 1,993 touches and was double teamed 25.8% of the time.
Okay. Anthony Davis?
AD not on the list. Number 2 is the MVP.
Giannis.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was number 2.
Wow.
Number 3 is Giannis. Guess how many, what percentage of the time Giannis was double? What percentage of possessions? I'll tell you that
38.
Zion was number 1 at 25.8.
18.
19.6. 18.2% of the time, Cam Thomas was doubled.
Wow.
And 0.1% less than him.
Cam's mad about it. He's like, I'm trying to get my money. You let me work out.
Yeah, seriously. And
right?
number 5, Kawhi Leonard.
Wow.
18% double team rate.
Interesting.
Which, that in itself is kind of instructive. We know that Zion and Giannis are putting up prime Shaq numbers when they're healthy and available. Zion especially. We know that from Giannis, but we sleep on how good Zion is when he's healthy and engaged, right? He puts up those numbers. SGA, sure, forced the ball out of the MVP's hands. Maybe a little bit of a turnover bug with him, a little bit here and there. Cam Thomas, I'm not actually too surprised to hear that, though. Really the only consistent guy that can get his own shot on that Brooklyn Nets team. So either make him pass it or make him shoot over 2 people. Kawhi Leonard, okay, whatever, I'd believe it. Are you surprised or not surprised that teams aren't doubling Jokic and Luka more?
I'm surprised. I think to them, they understand. Okay, let me just say it this way. When we used to play the Lakers, right, we had a philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
Our philosophy was let Kobe go buck wild, because then it takes away from Shaq.
Sure.
Right?
Extra help on Shaq, shade his way, make it tough to get it to him.
We would much rather Kobe, because what it'll do is it'll frustrate Shaq, and it'll call.
He'll start talking to Phil.
It was a mental thing, right?
Okay.
So for them, a lot of people, I believe, say, let Jokic do what he do, because he hurt us more by doing what he do.
Mm-hmm.
Does that regulate?
Same
with Luka.
When I think about Jokic and Luka, we know they can put the ball in the basket, but we think of them as passers, as IQ, as manipulators of the game.
Yeah.
And guys like that, if you send a double team their way, you just make their life easier.
Yeah.
Because they read the hedge, they read the blitz, and they're such good passers, they can put it on time, on target to set other guys up for success.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's more so we're gonna stay connected.
Mm-hmm.
And if he works out, he works out.
Mm-hmm.
And if he doesn't work out,
it
works out.
It works out.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we've seen this in a couple different ways in college. Number one, it's the opposite of what Nebraska basketball has done. Nebraska basketball, of course, will let the ball get into the post. Then they come with that baseline double. They'll come with that trap and trust that they're long enough, they're quick enough, they're reactive enough to react on the backside of the play and get there, which has worked for Nebraska at times, right? Think about how much Ryan Kalkbrenner struggled against them a couple times. Now, when it didn't work, you had Tyjon Alexander, Trey Alexander, guys like that really go off against Nebraska. But the strategy that kind of lines up with what you were talking about with Joker, with Luka, guys of that nature, is what happened to Purdue in the national championship game 3 years ago. UConn said, all right, Zach Edey, yeah, we have Donovan Clingan. We'll trust him one-on-one, but we know you're going to get your numbers. We are keeping our perimeter guys with more athleticism, more length attached to your shooters. You can't run off your screens. You can't put the ball on the deck. Zach Edey had like 25, 30 points in that national championship game against UConn, but it was never in doubt because Purdue couldn't do what it wanted to do. Zach Edey was the focus of that team, but it showed just how important the freedom of movement and distribution of Braden Smith was to that team. And that when he got shut down and the shooters couldn't run off the screens, cool, Zach Edey got 30, but what did it matter in the end? Not at all.
Yeah, and because that's the strategy for them. Their strategy was they were going to get enough open looks by the fact that you had to figure out and they're not, and they weren't a team that just really could do it off the bounce.
Mm-hmm.
So they were very spot uppy, maybe one to shot, but they weren't guys that could get in there, be creative, finish, and do, that's not really what their game was, and it was effective.
Absolutely. Some news out of college basketball. Missouri gets a top 10 recruit for the first time since Michael Porter Jr. committed to Missouri. I learned yesterday, Strick, that Michael Porter Jr. and I share the same birthday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know about that one, but it was kind of interesting.
What do you think about the move for him?
I think it was really good for Cam Johnson. That's what I really think it was good for. I mean, Porter Jr. and Cam Thomas competing for shots is going to be hilarious to watch.
Yeah.
But here's the danger of that for Brooklyn. They tried to tank for Cooper. How'd that work out for him?
Didn't work.
They got Igor Demine instead.
That part.
And I'm not mad at Igor Demine. I don't hate him, but
the keep your eye on the Asian guy. For my name
Young
is
Hansen from Portland, Chinese Joker.
Keep your eyes on him. Keep your eyes on him.
Watch out, watch out. Stricky, what you got coming up this weekend? What's on the tap,
relaxation, man. Golf Monday, out of town, heading to Belize next week.
Believe it or not.
Yeah,
Stricky's walking on air.
Yeah, man.
You never thought he could feel so free.
I need it.
We'll let you get out of here. Have a good weekend, partner.
Yeah, man. I'll see you when I get back in August.
Indeed. For Strick, I'm Austin. That's been On the Block, brought to you by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Wrapping up the show, but not the day here from Haymarket. Deep Peel, sit in with me. We'll chop it up for the next hour for Old School. For Strick, I'm Austin. It's been a blast. Stick with us. Old School's after this.